Hello and welcome. This little tutorial will show you how to create your first LinkedIn ad. Before you get to this stage, however, there's about three steps that you have to take. The first, you have to create a LinkedIn business page. This is not your personal profile. This is a business page, and there's a guide for that on our website. You have to add a payment method to your personal profile. And also you have to share a post that you want to promote to that LinkedIn business page. After you've done that, you can go to linkedin.com/ads, which is where I am at the moment. And here you'll see basically the four different kinds of ads you can create with LinkedIn, or the four different kinds of targeting rather at this stage. So we'll just get started straight away. I'll show you the quick one, and then feel free to explore as you go along and to experiment with these options. There's no magic bullet here. We'll be required to sign in to our profile. This is our personal profile again, because the business page has to be linked to a personal profile. Here on top I can see what business pages I have linked to this page. This is the account that controls everything, and I'm at the create campaign stage. For this video's purposes, we're just going to look at the sponsored updates. What this means is when people are on LinkedIn and they're scrolling through their feed, they will be shown your advert regardless of whether they know you, they follow you or not. So we'll create a sponsored update advert. On the next screen, we will enter the name of our campaign. Click Next. Here will be shown everything that we've shared on the business page. Again, this is not your personal profile. This is your business page that's connected to your personal profile. And you can preview if you aren't sure what it shows like, and this is basically how people will see your advert in their news feed. So for this purposes, we'll just create the first one, and we will sponsor selected. This is the area where you will use to target to decide who you want to reach with your adverts. And right in this box you can type the location, depending on which area, geographic location you want to target. So it could be Johannesburg, South Africa, and we will show you that. For this example, we will just say see full list Africa. We want to target the entire South Africa. Click that. We can hide the list again. Right at the bottom here we have South Africa, and on the right panel we can see how many members we have in our target group, and as we keep adding up these targeting criteria, this number will get either lower or higher. So at this point it means that in the entire South Africa there's 4.77 million people on LinkedIn. Now we need to narrow that down a little bit, because not everyone that uses LinkedIn is our target audience. We can narrow it down by so many options: company name, industry, company size. So for this case, let's just say we want people who work in companies that have between 11 and 200 employees. There's 260,000 such people. Now we can decide that this is still too wide of a criteria, and we want to target the people by their job function, and we will add to that see full list. We will see we want people who are administrators, we want people who are in business development, we want all kinds of consultants, and we want people who are in finance. That's enough for now. Now we have 62,000 people that fit our criteria. At this stage, I suggest that you leave these options as they are and click Next. This is where you will decide how much you want to spend. Now, a daily bid means that LinkedIn will keep advertising every day until that much money is spent. I just want to walk you quickly through the difference between cost per click and cost per milli, which is basically per impression. Here you'll be charged for every 1,000 people that see your advert, and here you will be charged for every person that clicks on your advert. Now in this case, LinkedIn suggests to us, if we want, it will cost us around 39 Rand to get a click out of the target audience. And this number, they arrive at this number by looking at other people who are targeting the same audience, how much they are willing to pay. And we can increase this number. That means we're willing to pay more than the average, or we can decrease it, and that will also decrease the likelihood of our advert being shown to the right people. On the other hand, we can choose cost per 1,000 impressions, and LinkedIn says that it will show our ad to 1,000 people for a cost of 186 Rand 28, again depending on what other people around you are bidding. And this doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be getting any clicks, but they will be showing your advert out there. So maybe your objective is to basically raise awareness for your brand. This would be a good option to choose. And then you will next choose your daily budget. This can be anything, it has to be a minimum of 186 Rand and anything above that. And then you can start immediately, or you can say you want to start at a later stage. In this case, we want to start on Monday. It's Saturday today. And we can always see more options here. I advise you to put in an end date. We just want this advert to run for 5 days. It is important that you put an end date, just in case you forget to come back, and then they will keep charging you whatever you've said per day until you come back and stop it manually. You can also put in a total budget. So let's say you want to run for 2 weeks, but you don't want to spend anything more than 3,000 Rand. Then LinkedIn will divide this 3,000 Rand up accordingly, and basically spend it until in those days that you've seen there. And then you just launch your campaign. This is a sample campaign, and this is a real customers page, so I'm not gonna mess with that. But when you launch your campaign, let's just do it anyway. This is important so you can see what the dashboard looks like after the campaign has been launched. So this is basically where you come and control what campaigns are running. So if you decide that it's not working for you, or you want to increase the budget, whatever the case might be, this is where you can come and do those edits and control everything that happens in the campaign. If you want to switch it off, it's just a switch that you flip off here. You can flip it back on anytime you see fit. It will show you how many adverts you've got, what target audience are you aiming for, and it will basically give you a summary of what is going on with your campaign as it is, the duration and everything right on top. And that's it. You've successfully created your first LinkedIn ad. I encourage everyone to try this out. It worked very, very well for me in the past. So good luck, and if you have any questions, please let us know. Thank you.